I have a great idea,
But I'll
never do it. It might happen. Sure, the monkeys might fly out of my butt. I don't think so.
I don't see it happening.
Hey, it's me, John.
And me, Louise.
Happy New Year, Louise.
Happy New Year.
This is our first episode of 2026, and it is episode, for the kids, 67.
How about that? I've heard that we've ruined it for them.
I sure as hell hope so, because my kid is really into it. I'm sure that
Okay.
yours is a little too young to be hopping on that bandwagon.
She
but
is a little too young, but not the people in her class. So she's aware of it. And
Really?
when they do it, she laughs and does it too, but she won't just hang on to it by herself.
Wonderful. Well, we're not going to belabor the whole 6-7 thing, because maybe by the time this comes out, which will probably be like in a day from when we're recording this, it may be done. It may
love
be
it.
done already because kids have been away from each other because of winter break. And so
Mhm.
maybe it just like, I don't know, there will be a fizzling out just due to
We can-
lack of proximity.
We can cross our fingers.
We can cross our fingers. Louise, what did you do for New Year's Eve?
Get this. For listeners who are loyal to the pod, they
Uh-huh.
will know that New Year's Eve is my favorite holiday. My second favorite is Halloween. But
Uh-huh.
the reason that it's my fave is because I don't feel any of the pressure that everyone else feels to like make it
Mm.
amazing. And
Yeah.
I slept through it this year.
Wonderful.
My child was so terrible at going to bed and needed me to be there for the entirety of it, and then kept
Yeah.
thrashing and crashing all over the bed. And I was like, the second she falls asleep, I'm going to get up for New Year's and I'm going to have like adult time with like my husband, where maybe we can watch a show that's been completed for months, but we just haven't started it yet or whatever. And then it was morning. So I fell
That
asleep.
works. That
It was
works.
delightful.
Yeah.
What'd you do for
I'm-
New Year's?
I'm happy for you. I did actually the opposite. For the past several years, I have done absolutely nothing. Maybe for the past 10 years or so, I've done literally nothing, go to sleep, regular time, and then the next morning, it's just like, oh, it's a different year now. Whatever. And this year, I was invited to a friend's place who was having, so she lives in an apartment building, and the other people who live in that building, a lot of them are like really friendly with each other. Like they just hang out all the time. And so I was invited over to their building and for a low key thing, and just a bunch of the different neighbors came over, and I had met some of them at another party, which is so strange because I never go to parties. But this one friend of mine, Michelle, she and her friends happen to have little fun get-togethers, and so and the neighbors are all, I think, quite a bit younger than we are. So
Mhm.
there's a little bit of that recapturing that youthful, I don't know, zest. And the party that I had been to with them before was for one of their birthdays, and it was a party where everybody has to bring a random person.
Oh, fun.
And I was the random person for my friend Michelle. Anyway, so I had met a bunch of these people before, and we were just hanging out. There were 3 animals there, although one of them, Timmy the dog, had to leave early because he was getting a little too excited and just
Aw.
like energetic and needy for attention. But Cub the dog, and who's a Shiba Inu, and Clover the cat, best cat I've ever met,
Nice.
was just down to hang, jumped up on my lap at one point, which was
Oh,
a
you
shock
were
to everybody.
chosen.
I know, it was really delightful. And so, yeah, it was something different, and I stayed up. I got home at 1 a.m.
Wow.
I know.
Look at that.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember being
different.
young?
Oh, God.
As you're telling me about this party that these youngins are having where you have
Uh-huh.
to invite a rando, I
Uh-huh.
was like thinking about one
Oh, wait,
time.
Louise, one other detail. That
Yeah?
party was Oregon Trail themed.
I love it.
Go on.
Yes, please. I was going to say, I once went to, I don't think it was New Year's Eve. I think I was wearing a tank top, so it had to be summer, I guess. I mean, I guess it didn't, but
Yeah.
young people are not smart when it comes to how to dress for the
Uh-huh.
seasons. But it was a gender reveal for their ghost that haunted their apartment. So yeah,
The only acceptable gender reveal that I can think of.
yeah, so we had to like play silly games, and then when you opened the final Dunkin' Donuts box, there were like glazed donuts with a blue ghost on them because the ghost ended up being a gay man. But it was wild, and now
Oh, I
it's
love that.
like I can't remember the last time I was invited to like a really weird fun party like that. Maybe I should throw one.
Maybe? Yeah.
That could be
Why
an
not?
idea.
Well, here's the thing, right? I think that'd be a great idea. Well, also it's like we both have, young children,
Mm,
and young children parties are typically only birthday parties.
yeah.
And so why do they have to be birthday parties? Why can't there just be a no reason or fake reason party? And I mean, okay, a ghost gender reveal party is maybe not quite the vibe, but perhaps there is a different type of, like themed party that kids would be really into that is just like imaginative
Yeah.
and weird, and you can define what kind of decorations you would
Yeah.
have, because birthday, you're kind of limited unless there's like a theme birthday, but the theme birthdays for kids usually fall into like a few different categories. There's, dinosaurs, or, some sort of animal maybe, or princesses if it's somebody who's into that kind of a thing. Or it's like some sort of TV show like Paw Patrol or something like that, where it's like, there are K-pop demon hunters. There's been some of those lately for this
Mhm.
current generation of children.
I have two thoughts.
Tell me your thoughts.
Once I had a birthday party for my offspring, and the theme was for me, not for her. And it was turning 3 in Pawnee. So it was all Parks and Rec theme. And we had raccoon balloons, and we gave the party favors in poop bags. And
Oh my
the
God.
cupcakes said, treat yourself. Like, I mean,
Well,
did
how
she
old were-
know?
How old was she turning?
3. Because I had
This
to
is
rhyme
for
with
her third.
Pawnee.
Okay. So she's old enough to have a desire for a theme of her own.
Now she is. Yeah.
Now she is.
And she
Yeah.
ended up pivoting last minute, which leads me to the second thing I wanted to say. So she wanted a Halloween birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, great. We'll buy Halloween stuff on sale after
Right.
Halloween's over. And then we'll do like witches and skeletons
Love
and
that.
monsters. And yeah, everything will be great. And then like the week before her birthday, she was like, I actually just want to decorate gingerbread houses with my one friend. And so I called the mom and was like, hey, if you're not available, when are you available? Because
Right,
she doesn't want to invite anybody else. She wants to do this one thing with your kid.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, my daughter's birthday is in December, and
Right.
I am very, very envious of children with June, July, August birthdays,
My
where
kid
they
has
can
a
just
July
be like,
birthday.
come over to the backyard, and it can be super low key, and you can bring your swimsuit for water play if you want, or we're just
Mhm.
gonna hire, it's like an ice cream truck, but it's a bubble machine, it's a bubble truck, and they
Yeah.
have you heard this?
Okay.
And they come, and it's
Maybe
like
from you.
maybe it could be my area, but I'm like, wow, that sounds great. Instead of dropping hundreds of dollars on the venue, then per person, then whatever, it's like get a bouquet of balloons. Each kid
Mhm.
gets a balloon when they leave. Hire a bubble truck
Yeah.
to do bubbles, or don't. Just buy 2 or 3 bubble machines for your own backyard, and
Yeah.
like have a go. And I'm like, wow, that birthday cost you maybe $100, cupcakes included, and me is dropping $1,000 to invite
Mhm.
20 kids because their parents and blah, 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 blah. And I'm angry about it. So, getting to the point, my friend Lindsay, adult, is like, oh, yeah, I have a December birthday, and so does my brother. And my family growing up
Uh-huh.
did half birthdays. And
Oh,
your
okay.
half birthday was when all your friends came over, and it was in the backyard, and it was super low key. And then on your birthday, your immediate family like made it really special
Okay.
for you. And it
All
was
right.
like you got 2 birthdays.
I do have
in terms of gifts.
I do have some things to add for the summer birthday bit, because my kid does have a summer birthday. Um, a lot of kids are out of town on family vacations, so it's a bummer when a
I was
lot
going
of
to
the
say,
kids
why
can't
do I
make it.
care about that?
I know, but
It's
it's
overhead.
unfortunate when like my kid goes to a bunch of birthday parties and then those kids can't come to
Can't
hers
come,
because
yeah.
they're. Also we've done the whole like, let's just meet up in a park. I will bake a cake, it'll be there, and then we'll just just run around and be free, and we'll have a piñata or something, and it's super cheap. Summer birthdays, it can get kind of hot, and at a certain point it was like, we can't do these summer birthdays anymore because it is too hot to have kids running around no matter what time we plan to do it. And so
6
the last
a.m.
2 years, 7 a.m. wink. Anyway, so the last 2 years we did indoor ones. The last one was at a clay studio where they could,
Fun.
form their own little clay creatures and stuff like that. And it was a lot of fun. What we haven't done yet on this podcast or this episode is explain what the show is for new listeners or viewers if you're on Spotify.
That's right.
And this is I Have a Great Idea, but I'll never do it, and is the only show that I know of that's all about the great ideas that we have that we're never going to do. A lot of podcasts about ideas that people have done, and power to them.
Yeah.
And if we talk about ideas that we have that we're never going to do, and you want to do them,
Oh, please.
please.
We'll be patrons of those ideas.
Absolutely. And if
and
you have a great
products.
idea that you'll never do that you want to share with us, you can call and leave a voicemail at 304-804-IDEA. That's 304-804-4332. And we'll play it on the show and we'll talk about it. And
If
we
you're
love
shy,
those.
you can also email us at greatideapod@gmail.com.
.com.
Well, but explain for also the first timers and the loyal listeners what's going on behind you.
Oh, well, I'm in a different spot than I normally am. I'm normally at my like home studio setup, but for anybody who's watching this, you'll see some like fun, sea creature bird things and a fun little painted backdrop. So for my job, the way that I'm able to make a living is I am a consultant and producer for podcasts and podcasters. So it should come as no surprise that I'm doing this podcast. And essentially, people hire me to, help them start podcasts. And a lot of times they want to bring me on to produce it, which is always wonderful. And the reason why I am in this space is because this is the studio for a brand new podcast that I am launching with an incredible artist named Mike Bennett, who does really fun, joyful, whimsical artwork, and a marine biologist and animal wildlife expert, Chanel Hasten, who's an absolute delight. And the two of them are the hosts for this show called the Zooquarium Podcast. And the way that it works is that, and Louise, I certainly hope that your kid will participate in this way, but people can submit video questions of kids of any age asking an animal question, and then Mike and Chanel will talk about we'll answer the question, but then to also talk about the animal from a perspective from the arts and also the sciences. And we have fun guests come on, and this debuts on January 20th, 2026. And new episodes will release every 2 weeks. And on the in-between week, there will be bonus content released on YouTube. So I'm really excited about it. This year is going to be so bananas with this podcast, and it's going to be so much fun. Episodes are going to be about 10 minutes long. So it's kind of like
Perfect
car ride duration, or also like, you're making them lunch duration. So it'll be on YouTube. You can watch video on Spotify, but if you want to listen in the car, it'll be a complete full experience no matter which way you're consuming it. And we've recorded a lot of episodes with some really fun guests from both the art and the science world. So yeah, thank you for asking, Louise.
Yeah. It's just it was the elephant seal in the room.
Very nice. You could have gone with elephant, and that would have been fine. But I guess it's a little bit more aquatic than.
I was trying to get both,
Yeah. No, it's
the
a lot
zoo
of
and
fun.
the aquarium.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, I know just to kind of continue on this a little bit. So, my pal Mike Bennett, the artist, uh, he is known as a public joy creator. So, does a lot of like free events in the Pacific Northwest, and has lots of cool little signs that have really taken over the entire city of Portland and beyond. Like, those kind of like slow down signs, but they're in his style. And there's other ones about like littering and picking up dog poop, which are a lot of fun. And also has like a full-on mini golf course that's in an old bank out here, and there's a cafe next to it, and they're both called Wonderwood and Wonderwood Springs. There is a place, actually, Mike and Chanel, who I mentioned before, opened up a full-on cartoon aquarium here in Portland, in downtown Portland. So it's really wonderful, the types of things that they've created. If you were to see what I'm looking at on the other side of my camera, it's like all fun, like musical instruments made that are like cartoon musical instruments, but they're made out of like plywood and stuff. So it's so much fun. I really love it. So yeah, MikeBennettStudios.com or TheZooquarium.com is where like all of that fun stuff is. So
Too cool, man.
yeah.
Too cool. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Louise, that was a great idea that they did,
Yeah.
that we're all doing for starting this podcast. And I want to know what kind of great ideas, we're already 15 minutes into the episode, what kind of great ideas have been on your mind?
Okay, so the first one, I got to give credit where credit's due. And this credit goes to my partner. But the idea is an auto shop, like a service shop,
Uh-huh.
specifically to like go through and tidy and tighten all the things like on your dash and doors that could
Okay.
be making noises while you drive.
Oh, okay.
And the tagline for this company is "Deep Rattle That Rattle" with the title "Inner Peace" or "Peace," Piece.
Okay.
So I can't decide if it should be "Inner Peace" like Zen, because now that rattle that's been driving you up the wall is gone,
Well,
or "Peace" like the piece that's loose in your
sure.
dash.
Yeah. What came to mind for me immediately, which first of all, I love this, is kind of the idea of like it shakes, or we shake, it rattles, you roll.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Okay.
But then there's like there's the missing component of like we then tighten what's rattling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a mysterious thing in the back of my car it's just like something that I have in my trunk that's just shifting around when I move. And whenever I try to like move things around to kind of like stop that noise from happening, it doesn't do it. So I'm just like, what is making that noise?
That's right.
So it's not even like a piece of the car. It's just an item that I have in the back. So
I mean, they could
yeah.
also come up with creative solutions to like, you know how when people on, I don't know, Marie Kondo or like home edit TV shows, and they're like, look, it's the same stuff you had, but now it's so much more organized because it's all has a place. They could like
Right.
put in a little Velcro thing on the side of your thing
Sure.
side of your trunk to make it not whatever. I don't know. It's not my business, but I'm just saying someone out there who wants to could.
Yeah. Okay, I really like this. I think this is great. Yes, there's always something that's making some sort of strange noise.
And sometimes it's like if I just put my hand in a weird place where something shouldn't be able to touch it to make it stop rattling, it stops. So I don't know. It's a constant battle. So yeah, deep rattle that rattle.
Yeah, are you currently experiencing a mysterious car rattle noise?
Yes, always is the is the answer to that. We love our car, and we've had it. You know, we don't make any car payments on it anymore because we're done.
Great. Yeah.
So we don't
Oh,
feel
that's
like
nice.
buying a new car because we don't have to do that. And why do
Right.
that? But I will say we are constantly like, hey, you hear that? What is that? Like constant. And this
Yeah.
the type of noise changes. So
Yeah. That is super funny.
and like nothing to do with
Congratulations
the
on paying off your
engine.
car, by the way.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. I frequently am losing my mind because of a noise in my car, and then I realize it's like the garage door opener clip is like slightly aligned in a weird way,
They could
and then
tighten that up for you.
if I just like pinch a little thing, it stops, and then it's
Mhm.
like that's it.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. That's a lot of fun. You know,
Yeah.
I actually have a car related idea myself,
Heck yeah.
which is great because I think I've been sitting on this one for a while because I have a lot of check marks beneath it, and then this one's been kind of sitting there. And so I also like let me know if we have talked about this because it's possible I just didn't check it off. But for mine, this is for those who have maybe they're a little old or they've lost some ability to hear or see, and they are no longer able to drive. Have we talked about this before on the show?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this is a really tough thing for a lot of people, especially who are older, who love the freedom that they have to hop in their car and go wherever they got to go and run their errands. And then when those keys get taken away from them, it's tough. And people resist it really, really immensely. And then, yeah, they've lost their freedom. And also it's like this form of joy that people have of being able to just kind of like go into this thing and go places and everything. And so what I propose is a driving simulator for people who are no longer able to do so safely. So you go into a facility, and this would be great for retirement homes and, you know, assisted living facilities.
Mhm.
There's maybe it's only just like the front half of a car, but you get into it and it's got all, you know, everything is connected to maybe like a 180 screen, and it's just like a big curved wall with a projection on it that links up with the car. It responds to everything that you're doing. Um, and yeah, and you can just drive, and it's maybe on like some little rocker things that give it the feeling of motion, and it gives
Maybe
people
you
the
can roll down the
ability.
window and there can be like an air machine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can
and
put
then
your
you
arm
yeah
on the
yeah flip off the guy next to you. Yeah. Yeah, right. And you just made the little rolling
I
up and
know.
rolling down the window.
Yeah.
And perhaps there is an option. I don't know if anybody necessarily misses that sensation or experiences that anymore. I think that some of the more budget-friendly cars, you know, can have that.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, like super budget-friendly. But yeah, perhaps somebody wants that tactile experience. You know, maybe you can swap out parts to make it feel like a certain kind of car.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I was thinking. I certainly don't have the
cool.
ability to make this kind of a thing, but if
No. Or to
anybody who's in our
transport it around
audience,
or
yeah, I think that it's more of something that, well, I guess it could be in the back of a truck,
I guess so.
you know, like the Criterion closet. The experience of being able to drive goes around to different retirement communities. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
No, I like it. I like
it. Yeah, I don't have a fun name for it or a tagline, but that's just something that's been sitting on the list here for a while.
I have a couple on my list that no longer hold meaning because they've been on so long that I'm like, what was that idea?
Oh my God. Yeah, I've tried to be a little bit more descriptive on my list because
I usually am.
Yeah, because there are some of them where I'm just like, oh, that is lost to me now. I don't know where my head was at when I wrote that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have a list of other ones, and they're all like app and social media related. But I want to know what you've got on your list. Is there anything that maybe I can help you decode on your list?
Um, sure. Here, I was like, there's one that I know and two that I've got no idea. So the two that I've got no idea, you can help me decode music food.
Music food.
What
Okay.
was that?
Okay. So
I so confidently put it on the list
Okay.
with no
But
explanation.
Louise, here's what that's making me think about. So there is a product, and I mean, if anybody's watching, you clearly live in a musical household.
Mhm.
So there is a device that maybe you've heard of called the Plant Wave. Are you familiar with this?
No.
Okay. So it's like a small box that I believe has some sort of speaker in it. And you have these kind of little like electrical, like little alligator clamp things that are connected to wires on it. And you attach them to a plant. And it basically translates the,
I've
I
seen
guess,
musical mushrooms.
okay, so and this
Like,
could work on a mushroom too, but it's like
okay.
it takes the electrical signal coming from a plant and it
Mhm.
translates it into music. And
Wow.
perhaps some similar device could be used on food. Clip something to a
Perhaps.
banana and see what kind of music comes from a banana.
There we go. It would be really good.
But it doesn't seem like that's what you were thinking
I
about when
don't
you
think
wrote
it
that.
was. Yeah. No. I so confidently put it on the list and was like, yeah, I got this. No explanation. No idea. But not it wasn't that. No, it was I don't know. Hmm.
Is it maybe like, okay, this is a recorder, but actually it's just like a hard pretzel. So like you can blow into it and it
Oh.
makes noise, but then when you realize the recorder is the most annoying instrument known to man, you can just
It's
take a
like,
chomp
is
out of
this
it.
a cake?
Yeah,
Those things?
yeah.
Is it cake? Yeah, what was that? I don't know. But that was that idea. The other one that you can help me decode, I'm gonna leave it on the list in case it comes back to me, because it
Okay.
might. The other one is watch list only serving.
Watch list only serving. Could serving be auto-corrected from something else you were trying to say?
No, the only thing I can think of, and there's actually probably a way you can do it, and I just don't know how to do it. It's like
Okay.
if I am watching something, let's say on YouTube with my child, and it's the child friendly like profile. So it's not
Okay.
like she's watching it on my profile. It's like for the kids only one. But it's like the next thing that comes through to play is not like a pre-approved thing that I want her to see.
Yeah.
So it's like I want the watch list to toggle to the next thing, but only of the things that I've put in there, not
Mm,
different things. And I know
okay.
that that's anti what the algorithm wants,
Yeah, I
but
know.
I also want that feature. I think that's what I meant by that. Like, as an example, we could be watching, um, now I can't even think of something, Weather Hunters on
Okay.
PBS Kids, and, or, Power Readers or Super
I don't
Readers,
know.
whatever. And it's like the next thing that'll come up is like Pinkalicious. And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that right now. Like it's like it auto
Pinkalicious.
goes to the next thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, do another Sesame Street or another Mr.
Yeah.
Rogers or another like educational thing. Not that Pinkalicious isn't also a PBS show and that's why it did it.
Right.
But it's not what I would have wanted for that screen time, I guess, while I am
Yeah.
frantically trying to do something else like tidy or do the dishes or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
like, just a button you could toggle, like, no
Yeah.
new stuff, no new friends,
No newness.
no newness,
Yeah. Okay.
I think is what that meant.
I have an idea that I'm trying to think if this is, I mean, this is kind of like that because it has to do with like the algorithm and just like screen time in general. It's not very closely related, but we're just going to take it from there.
Let's wing it.
So a quiz show, like a television quiz show, but you're only quizzed on your last week of your own Instagram Reels or TikTok history. So, right?
Huh.
So, you've done how many hours of scrolling
But how
at
much did
night?
you retain?
But yeah, exactly. What did you actually retain from this? So maybe it's somebody cooking something and it's just like, okay, what was the first ingredient? Like, what was the main ingredient in that sauce? That kind of a thing. Or perhaps it has something to do with a dance or a TV show or something like that. Like, what are the things that you're actually retaining? And perhaps this could lead to more intentional consumption of social media, or the realization of, I'm dumber because I'm doing all of this scrolling.
Yeah. And not any more at peace.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a New Year's resolution kind of guy,
Same.
but I feel like I just happen to have come to a realization at the new year that I really need to limit my amount of just like mindless TikTok viewing.
Okay.
So
Some of
just-
mine
yeah.
is my I was gonna say like my fidget, but it's like my it's my like quick happy regulation. It's like
Yeah.
I can't handle what's happening around me at this moment, so I'm just gonna look at this really fun planter that someone has made a disco ball on my Instagram, or like I will
Yeah.
just quick look at this fun cat thing, because I'm too overstimulated, so I'll do more stimulation.
Right. Yeah.
It's counterintuitive.
Yeah. I don't know. We're all just so ruined.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that wild?
It's so wild. I don't know. What are we
I
going to
know.
do?
What are we going to do? I know. I hope that we change. I don't know. I don't know. It's like we're just trapped in survival mode and we just can't do anything. I sent
Absolutely.
a meme to a friend, or not a meme, but like a reel. That's what I meant to say.
Mhm.
And it was like the millennial generation, like, doesn't know how to rest. Like, we find recharging by being more productive. Like, the more I can check off my to-do list, the better I will feel. Whereas other generations are like, I need a break. And like, we just can't. Just as a group, maybe individuals at certain times, but as a collective, like, we're not good at that.
Yeah, if I take a break, it's so much harder for me to stop that break. Yeah, so it's just like I will take a break when I have earned it, and then that break is just when I'm done for the day. Yeah.
That's cool, though. I like that. That's kind of nice and like liberating. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to be a person.
Yeah.
And it's just getting tougher and tougher. And it's been that way. Like, if you watch, news stories from, like, the 80s, it's all the same kind of stuff where it's just like, is this new fad rotting our brain? It's just like,
And
yeah.
the answer is
And
yes.
wait till the next thing that's going to start rotting our brain. So that's kind of like always with the challenges. I actually feel like this is a good opportunity to play a video from a Kickstarter campaign that I saw, because this is something that I feel would be helpful for, as the kids say these days, touching grass, getting more in touch with just like
Okay.
what's going on with our bodies and in our place in the world. So let's check this out.
Let's do it.
Have you ever wished someone could feel what you're feeling, even when they're miles away? Not just hear your voice, not just see your face, but truly know you, your joy, your sorrow, you're calm. This is Sentient, the world's first connection watch. Sentient feels your heartbeat, your patterns, and helps translate them into emotions you can choose to share when you're ready. Sometimes words fall short. Sentient helps you be there when it matters most. No messages, no calls, just your heartbeat in perfect harmony. Presence redefined. We built Sentient because we believe emotions are not weaknesses, they're bridges. And when we choose to cross them, we feel more, live deeper, connect better. Join us, back our vision, help us bring empathy to the world, one heartbeat at a time.
Sentient. All right, what do you think?
Okay. First of all, I have so many opinions,
Of course
As-
you do.
as always. My best friend is on tour right now, and
Okay.
she's on tour with her 8-month-old, and they went on tour
Right.
when her baby was like 8 or 9 weeks old, I think, is how old he was. And I feel like I am missing so much of like sharing motherhood with her.
Yeah.
And there are so many times I'm projecting based on my own experience, but I'll just say it. I feel like there are so many times when I was a mom where I was like, I am drowning.
Yeah.
And social media was like, life is perfect, because that's what you want to present to the world. And if we had these watches and could like just kind of discreetly reach out to each other as a life raft and be like, I'm really struggling. And then I could be like, love, 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 support, support, support,
Right.
big hug, big hug. But it's not the words big hug, because
Yeah.
the feeling is bigger and more encompassing than the text of that. That would be really awesome and helpful. Or like sometimes you want to be there and you don't know what to say. Like if someone has
Right.
passed away or something and you just want to sit with them, this
Mhm.
would be a really, really cool use of tech to be
Yeah.
able to do that. The other side of that opinion is, boy, I really wish they would have paid actors. I was so distracted by the AI humans that were like randomly touching their hair, or like weird person nodding,
okay.
like intentionally. Like I was so distracted by the non-realness of the people
Yeah.
that I
This
then
is
got angry at AI.
this is a problem that I've been having with the world in general,
Uh-huh.
is that the second I see any use of AI, which you're not fooling anybody.
No.
Like the second I see it, I'm just like, yuck.
Yes.
Um,
Okay, good. I'm glad you are so passionate, because me too.
yes, absolutely. And there are certain things that use some degree of AI in my life that have been, somewhat helpful. But there are clear lines that I draw, and it's something that's very important to me. And so I am very squeamish when it comes to anything related to AI, and especially looking through Kickstarter, so many things is just like AI enabled blah blah blah, or something AI blah 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 blah. If this were a product that incorporated AI and that's what they were building it off of, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. The people that they have, I don't know for sure if it is AI or if it is stock actors, because I also look through a lot.
They're the weirdest ones.
Well, for some of my clients, I do some video work, and I go through a lot of stock footage. And some of this to me is very much, oh, this is stock footage that they had their product, somebody somehow manipulated the device onto this person, because this is a wearable product. And because I was like, they certainly didn't hire an actor, slap on this device and do this thing. Like, that is digitally added. I didn't get AI alarm bells for this one. I got stock actor alarm bells. Because you see a lot of the same types of stuff with stock video, and it's distracting, not as distracting as like the absolute disgusmo AI stuff that you're seeing all over the place. But
Yeah.
yes to that. But going to your first point, completely agree. I feel like there is a gap in what's available to us for supporting people. There are so many, like, this is the solution that you have, and this is the thing that's going to help everybody, that isn't for everybody. And we all need to understand that there's not one solution that's going to work for everybody. Therapy is great. A lot of people struggle with it. So, what is going to be the thing that's going to work for them? And for some people, it is just a gentle, like extremely gentle nudge, notification, something that lets them just know that people are thinking about them. That
Yeah,
type
or
of thing.
I'm kind of likening it to like also, it doesn't even have to be a negative experience. It can be like you're on a roller coaster at a theme
Yeah.
park with your best friend and it's so stinking exciting and you just
Yeah.
want to hold hands for a second
Yeah.
before, you get catapulted down this track or something, which is like just such lovely connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the stakes are like so high and yet not high at all.
Right.
And it's just it feeds me. Like I'm
Yeah.
such an emotional creature that like it's just the best.
Right. So you mentioned grief as an example earlier, and somebody very close to me in my life recently lost a loved one and has been struggling and doesn't know exactly what's the right way, to move on from their grief, but still, be in touch with it. And has also been struggling with the way that people have been um, thinking that they're helping with the grief, but instead have been like doing the opposite.
Yeah.
And, and it's just like you have to know how that person needs to feel cared for. And so a device like this for somebody like that who doesn't want to be around people, who just wants to like, grieve in their own way, but to just like get a little thing that's just like no words, just a little, maybe it's a pulse or a color or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
And yeah, there's no reason to, do more than what that person wants you to do. At that point, who are you doing it for? Anyway, I appreciate that this is a device that's for that. Do I feel like it needs to be a separate device? No. I feel like enough of us have smart watches or, smart rings or whatever it is that can perhaps have this as an add-on, and it doesn't need to necessarily be a whole separate thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm certainly not going to wear two watch-looking things. And
yeah. So for anybody who's interested, we're going to have a link to this Kickstarter. At the date of this recording, there's still 29 days to go. There have been 45 backers. They've currently raised, at the time of this recording, $12,745 out of their $50,507 goal. And this is from a company in Switzerland. And their tagline is, "It's time to connect. A Swiss-engineered connection watch for sharing simple, meaningful signals across distance." And Louise, this actually made me think of something that I've been thinking about for a while. And, you and I, we've known each other for a very long time. We met a very long time ago. And I feel like we have the type of relationship where we can do what I'm about to suggest. And the fact that we live on opposite sides of the United States of America, I think is a good case point for this. And I know that, people who live near each other do this for different reasons. Louise, I want to share my location with you
I love it.
on our phones. Not because I think that there's any safety reason or anything like that. I feel like I like the idea that maybe someday you're going to just be like, what's John up to? It's like, oh, he's at a grocery store. That's fun. Wonder what he's making. Or, oh, he's
Yeah.
at home. Cool. I hope he's snuggling with the dog right now.
Yeah.
So that's something where I feel like you and I would be
Oh, we'll
really
be great
fun
at that.
people
Let's
to.
do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't
I
want to
like it.
pressure you
Let's do
into
it. No, I
offering
really
that up for
wanna do it.
yourself. Okay.
I really want to do it because I feel like I share my location with my mom,
Uh-huh.
and she will constantly call me, "Where are you?" And I'm like, I share my location with you.
Yeah.
Or she'll
Yeah.
text me like, "Are you at home?" And I'm like, "Girl, we have the technology." Like,
Right. It's not an invasion of privacy. I've granted you access
Yeah.
to my location.
the kicker, she won't give me hers. She's like, "You don't need to know where I am." I'm like,
It's
okay.
like, yes, I literally do a
Well-
lot of times.
"Okay, great, whatever, man."
Yeah, she watches
But-
your kids sometimes.
I
Like,
know.
What if the two of them are off somewhere?
Oh my God. But I think you and I would be really good at this.
Right, and I think it would be for fun,
Yes.
and it's not like anything like creepy or anything because
No, I like it. This is a good idea that we will do.
we will do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Louise, on our last episode, I challenged you to come up with an idea for something.
Yeah.
And that something is roadkill.
No!
Oh, was that the other? That was 2 episodes ago. That was 2 episodes ago.
I was going to say, I sang songs about it. No.
No. That was 2 episodes ago. I'm sorry.
Okay. Whew.
All right.
Guys, my blood pressure now.
This was Beverages, right?
Yeah, we both challenged each other to
Beverages.
bevs.
Yeah.
So
well, you
you
challenged me to
did-
beer specifically.
Yeah, and you chose me to juice.
Juice. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my idea. There's 2 because I can't just do one always, but the first one is far exceeds the second one. So the
Uh-huh.
first one, are you familiar with Fishgate?
No.
Okay. At a certain time of year, I think it's in the Netherlands, they have these
Okay.
like locks and dams, and they have to open it so the fish can go through so that they can go where they need to breed, but they can't just leave the gate of the lock and dam thing open. But it's like a tiny canal. It's not like a giant dam that, huge boats would go through. It's like a tiny
Right.
thing. Anyway, they open a website from like March until August. I don't know when it really is, but let's pretend. And so I, in America, could see that a fish needed to get through and was hanging around. And then from the website, I can click a button and it will open the gate for that fish to go through.
This is for real?
This is a real thing. Yeah. I'm going to send
That's
you the
awesome.
website. It's
Yeah.
like community helping. Or similarly, do you know the Be My Eyes? Have we talked about that
No.
app for blind people?
No.
Okay, so they're at a store and they need to get oat milk. And
Okay.
so they call the number.
Oh, maybe we have talked about this.
Yeah, and a random
Yeah.
person will answer. Not a random person, but you sign up
Yeah.
to be somebody's
Right.
eyes.
Yeah.
And you're FaceTiming and you're like, ooh, the one to the left. And they like move their hand over and they're like, this one, yep, that's the one. Thanks so much. And they hang up.
Yeah.
Like, okay. It's called JJ Exchange. You sign up.
JJ Exchange.
I'll get there. Why it's called that. But you sign up.
Uh-huh.
This is a fun workaround for like cool stuff like commodities and tariffs. So
Okay.
if it's a care package from an individual and under a certain amount of money, I don't think it can be tariffed as goods because it can be classified as a care package
Okay. Mhm.
for a friend. I think somebody working in international law, check that out for me.
Yeah.
Or
Give us
customs.
the loopholes.
Yeah, what's going on? But I think that's true. So it's a flat rate, whatever that is. You could even have like tiered options where it's like, I really only want $25 worth of juice.
Uh-huh.
Or it's like, nah, it's, let's try 50 or whatever you're willing to do. And then the flat rate for shipping. And the person who is receiving incurs all of the fees or whatever. But the other person is a good Samaritan
Okay.
in Japan, the land of beverages. The best advice I ever got was someone said to me, when you go to Japan, drink all the beverages. You're not going to be able to read the packages.
Yeah.
Try them all.
Uh-huh.
It was the best thing that I ever did.
Okay.
They have vending machines. They're very big on vending machines in
Sure.
Japan.
Mhm. Famously.
I got the most amazing warm, think like tea,
Okay.
but warm corn juice. It sounds like no, thank you. It
Huh.
was super delicious. It was like
Interesting.
soup broth, but corn flavored. And I did not know it was going to be that. It was so freaking good. And then they have like all these different kinds of like jelly things that can be in your water or different types of just flavors that we just do not have access to. So Japan juice exchange.
Oh
And
my
some
God.
cool Samaritan in Japan is like, all right, I got $25. That's not my own money.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to get this person 6 or 7 or 4, depending on how big and how extravagant the bevs,
Yeah.
and then pack them up. And the company could even send like the box because it's like the flat rate, the certain size, the certain weight,
Yeah,
whatever. They send the box to their house. They buy the product. They pack it up. They can write a little handwritten note if they want. Picked these because XYZ. Or not, if that's too much work for you. And then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You get curated juice right to your doorstep.
I like it. That's fun.
I want it. I want it so badly.
That's so cool. I like that a lot. So just real quick, when you were talking about the corn beverage,
Yeah.
it reminded me of my New Year's party that I went to, because somebody there was a can of banana water sitting out. Are you familiar with banana water?
Okay, 2 things. I've only heard of banana water used to water your plants because sometimes they have a
Sure.
potassium deficiency.
Yes.
And if you put a banana peel in water like for
Yes.
2 days and then drain it out and then that's
Done
what
it.
you yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what I know that as, but also as a individual, yuck to bananas.
Okay.
I don't like
To bananas in general.
Bananas
Okay.
in general. Not banana runts. Those are acceptable.
So
Do runts
for me,
still exist?
what's that?
Do runts still exist?
I don't know. I think only in like vending machines, you know,
Okay.
where you turn the little thing and 5 runts come out.
Yeah.
For me, bananas are, I only want to taste banana if I'm biting into the texture of a banana. The flavor itself, I feel like vacant from that sensation doesn't work. Okay, so I've seen these cans of banana water. Perhaps this is a Pacific Northwest thing that just hasn't traveled to the East Coast yet. And I've seen it and I've been like, what the hell is going on here? That sounds disgusting. And I saw that somebody had a can of the banana water and I was just like, whoa, people actually buy that? Everybody was raving about it. And it was just like, there was like, so it's kind of like, you know, coconut water, but it has this and that and whatever. And I was just like, okay, but the thing is, like, coconuts, I understand, because inside of a coconut, there is water. Like
Liquid.
this is the thing. And a banana is a, you know, a hard, but, you know, also soft and squishy substance. And is it juiced? What is it? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how there's banana water. And so that's kind of where I'm a little perplexed. But people are just like, oh, it's, you know, it's really good. It just has like a slight, you know, banana taste. And it's just like, I don't want that.
Oh, I was going to say, did you try it?
No. I think I left before that can got cracked.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm not curious. I'm just not curious.
Watch
But-
me start JJ Exchange and
Yeah.
a Japanese person send me a banana water and me be
Yeah.
like, okay, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But not know because I can't read the can.
Right, exactly, yeah. Well, yeah, I wonder if like you took an app that, you know, does like live translation stuff and hold it on the can, you know, you'd be able to see. But
Get an
also
idea.
it's just Yeah. Right. So anyway, banana. But I love the idea. That's so much fun.
The other, so also a New Year's thing, but from years and years ago,
Uh-huh.
pre-pandemic, my husband had procured a kind of question mark. I don't know if it was a vodka or what it was, but we had it on ice and it was cold peanut water. It tasted like peanuts, not peanut butter. And we
Weird.
got so trashed and then
Oh my
walked
God.
to Central Park when it was like 11 degrees and watched fireworks at midnight, like living our best lives. So cold peanut water, banana water, JJ Exchange. Okay, the second idea I had for
Yeah.
juice
Okay.
was some science lab somewhere needs to start drying and fermenting other berries a la,
Okay.
a la coffee. Because how did we do coffee as humans? Who had that idea? Who thought, let's do this crazy processing and
that
get coffee?
perplexes me to no end. How that was discovered?
Too many steps.
Yeah. I know. That's completely wild to me.
So
Go
what
on. You were saying.
So what other juices are we missing out on? If only we had enough strawberry seeds to dry and ferment and roast and then pour over.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Right. Maybe there's like a kind of like tree bark that we're all missing out on.
Avocado coffee. You know, like, what are we doing with all those pits in the middle?
Right.
I mean, maybe if you just try to eat the pit raw, it could be poisonous. But if you take the outside of the avocado off and then you use the pit inside to then roast it and ferment it and grind it up and pour it over, like, what juices are we not having?
That's a great question.
Some scientists get on that. So that was me and juice.
Or if you know the answer, you can email us greatideapod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You challenged me to beer.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I'm like an extremely slow beverage drinker. And frequently I will, it's kind of like why I don't go to bars or anything. It's just like by the time I'm getting to halfway through the drink, it's either so watered down from ice or it's a beer that's gone flat and it's just not an enjoyable experience. Smaller cocktails, yes, those are fine. Those totally work. But like if there's anything that's kind of like large, then it just doesn't work for me. So we have resealable containers for so many types of beverages. Why do we not have that for beer?
Agree.
Yeah. Is there something to do with the fermentation process? Once it's exposed to oxygen again, you can't reseal. Like, I don't understand why we don't have resealable beer containers.
Yeah. Or along with your consumption rate, because both of my beverages are gone. And I had 2 beverages for this
I'm
podcast.
holding up a can and it's like maybe the top, I don't know, half inch is gone.
I inhale. And it's gone. But we have, let's take Coke, for example, 2 liters, 3 liters, a 12 ounce, a 16 ounce.
So many sizes.
Like an 8 ounce, like just a mini can.
Little stubby guy.
Mini cans of beer. Let's just have a mini one for somebody
that... and I think they do mini cans of beer.
They do?
Or like small, like 7-ounce bottles and stuff like that. Not frequently. You don't see this a lot.
No, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Okay, Louise, my first ever beer that I ever drank was I think like a 7-ounce like Rolling Rock. And man, oh man, did I nurse that thing because I was way too young to be drinking it. But I nursed it beyond belief, which is maybe how it all started with me not drinking things fast.
The origin story.
But it's just like there needs to be more options for things like that. And I do know that like some bars will do like a 10-ounce pour instead of a pint. But it's like, give me like a 5-ounce pour.
I was going to say if you get a flight, you get 4 2-ounce sometimes. Like just do the 2-ounce.
Yeah, a flight is wonderful, but it's just the same quantity divided up into smaller segments. So it's just like, I'm going to have a flight, but bring them out to me once every 19 minutes.
Yeah. Or when you see it's empty, bring the next one.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Because you're wasting the experience. I'm not going to be going sip for sip, between them. I don't know. So anyway, for home consumption, I should say, something to, reseal
Seal it.
a beer bottle.
Yeah. We
That's all I'm
have the
saying.
technology.
We have the technology. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like maybe if I do go to a bar sometime and I do want to have a beer, maybe I will ask them, like, can you give me, like, I don't know, a shot glass of beer? Because also it's like, I'm not really a drinker. I have maybe 5 alcoholic beverages a year, and that's it. And it's not all at the same time. It's like one every 3 months or so. Maybe. So anyway, that's kind of where I am with beer. I love where you are with juice. If all of you have ideas on how you would approach the idea of beer, juice, or anything else,
Any other
email
bevs?
us. Any bev, greatidea@gmail.com. Call us 304-804-IDEA. And Louise, I have a really fun challenge for you for our next episode.
Okay.
And before we started recording this, we had a conversation, and I'm complete about our challenges, and I'm completely shifting gears. I'm challenging you to toasters.
Okay. Love it.
You know what? I'll expand it. Toasters or toast.
Okay. I love it.
Okay, what you got for me?
Art supplies.
Ooh. Okay, that's fun. I like it a lot. I am very excited. Louise, this is always so much fun to do with you, and I'm so glad that we're kicking off the new year we're recording this January 2nd.
I love it.
I love it too.
We got to get back on the horse.
We are back on the horse. Last year, we released probably more episodes in the year than any other year prior.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this show for a pretty long time.
It never gets any less fun, though.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I'm always learning new things. As soon as we stop this, you and I are about to start sharing our locations with each other. Our friendship is about to blossom in a brand new way. That is so exciting.
I can't wait.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. And Louise, thanks for hanging out with me.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
I don't see it happening.